Thank you. All right. I need a favor. I need a boy and a girl. All right?
Javi. Pero muévanse.
I'm proud that she raised her hand because I didn't even know what she was going to do here. She's related. Yes, we can.
Elvis.
Amen.
All right, this is what we're going to do. You guys know when they say hallelujah? Yeah. All right. I'm going to try something new. Okay? When I do this, right, like raising your hand in class, right? When I do this, it's the same exact thing. Okay? So when I do this, what do? Yeah. You don't say yeah. When I do this, everybody raises their hand, which means silence. Okay? Like, okay, stop talking, stop. Alrighty, all right? You know, if someone's gonna run into you, and like, stop. Okay? So when I do this means? Stop. Yes, thank you. I'm reading from Psalms 14:2. The Lord looks down from heaven on all mankind to see if there are any who understand, any who seek God. Now, when I was a kid, right? When I was a kid, my mom is Dominican, right? So she used to take me to church all the time. I'm pretty sure your parents take you to church all the time, and sometimes you're like on Sunday, I don't want to get up because I get up early every single day, and you don't want to go. But my mom's consequence was the chancleta. Like literally, like, okay, get up, go to church. Nah, ma, roll over, chancleta. No, that was like when I did something really stupid, right? It was like the light chancleta. It wasn't like the throwing it all the way back, and you know what I mean? My mom's chancleta sometimes was like a boomerang. So it wasn't necessarily that, right? It was like, get up, one of those. And then on top of that, I went to Catholic school, right? So I'm just like, I'm getting enough Jesus at Catholic school. And I took it for granted when I was little. Now as an adult, I understand the sacrifices because I have children myself. And, you know, my mom used to work like in a factory, working really, really hard, you know, and my dad used to work construction. And my dad eventually ended up like messing his back up, like totally messing up his back. I remember my mom broke her arm. But they still kept trying to put us in Catholic school, right? We were poor, you know. We grew up on food stamps. We grew up on Section 8. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, right? Yeah, we grew up on food stamps, Section 8, all that stuff. But back then, food stamps looked like money. It wasn't like a little card, you know? So it used to look like Monopoly money. Who's ever seen Monopoly money? Yeah, so imagine going to the store like Monopoly money, right? So my mom, I remember she'd go to volunteer to try to make our tuition for school get a little bit lower. You know, she would go and she'd play bingo night, like volunteer for bingo. And she'd come back smelling like a ton of cigarettes, right? I didn't even take, like whatever. She'd wake me up like 11:30 at nighttime to say goodnight to me. And I was like, whatever. I tried to be a really good kid. When I was growing up, I remember I used to be a really quiet kid, right? The really, really quiet kid, because I was really shy. You know, anybody here shy? Yeah. Anybody here the quiet kid? Right? Hope you're like, nah, me, I'm right. Hopefully not, right? But I was the quiet kid. But because I was the quiet kid, I was also the bully kid. Right? So I'm assuming most people here got bullied at least once. Right? Show of hands who's been bullied. Right?
By Cindy.
I was bullied growing up, right? So with me, always when I was a young guy, I always wanted to looked up to wrestlers. I used to watch wrestling like crazy. Anybody watch wrestling? Okay, you guys have John Cena. I had Hulk Hogan, right? Like he's super old. Yeah, he's like a dinosaur, right? So, but I had Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan to me was like the toughest guy in the world. I didn't know anything. So they used to say, hey, who's your dad, Hulk Hogan? You know, what kind of car your father drives? Lamborghini? That's the only car I knew. What does your dad do for a living? He's like Spider-Man. Right? Literally, these were my answers when I was maybe like 6 or 7. Don't judge me. Right? Yeah, don't judge me. So, as I started growing up, I started listening to music, and we grew up in a certain neighborhood, right? The neighborhood we grew up in was on Linden Street and Elm Street, right? Who knows that area? Right? I literally lived there for 20 years. And I remember when it used to be a good neighborhood, and then it started turning really, really bad. Back in like 1991, it started turning really, really bad, and I was a kid. And I look out the window, and back then the drug dealers were a little bit different. I used to look at them like they were the cool people, but I'd also see them like, hey, let me pick up the groceries and help this person to their apartment. So that way the people wouldn't rat them out. You know, they do little things like that. So I'm like, oh, they're not bad people. So I looked at them in that way. They're not too bad, right? No one messes with these guys. As I ended up going to public school in 8th grade because I didn't want to stay in Catholic school, I got a reality check. The first day in public school, all of a sudden, there's a kid behind me, like with a blade, like with a knife, and he's playing with the knife under the desk. Some kid broke up the round runner and threw like the mercury on top of me, right? Yeah, and I'm like, what the heck did I just step into? You know? I thought I was like in the middle of like a war zone. Huh? It was, the name of the school was Burroughs. I'm not sure what it's called now, right? I think it's Yonkers Middle, or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, right? Yonkers Middle. So that's where Yonkers Middle School is. That's where I went to school, right? And as I'm growing up, then my time in college was still Hulk Hogan. I need to try to be tough because I'm tired of getting bullied, you know? And even when I was there, I was still getting bullied. And then for some reason, one of the toughest kids in school became my friend. I don't know why, but he was like actually the craziest kid in the school, right? When I say crazy, he was crazy. For example, they were playing dodge, they had construction going on outside. He'd grab a brick from outside, open the door, throw it up in the air, say dodgeball, and everybody would have to worse than I get hit by the brick. Right? Obviously, he didn't last long. Everybody ran like cockroaches in the lake. So what happened is that obviously he didn't last long at school, right? But he also told me like, it's really tough to get respect from people. I was never a great student. I always just barely got by, right? I always just barely got by because I used to love watching TV and playing video games. Sound familiar? Yeah. Okay. All right. That's what I used to like think about. So when I went to high school in 9th grade, I remember I felt weird because I just went to a brand new school. I used to go to Borton High School. Oh. Yeah. It wasn't that ratchet back then. Right? Yeah. So I went to Borton High School. I didn't know that. Huh? You know the church for the WCC. Cool. So I went to Borton High School, right? And in 8th grade, I remember I got an honor roll, and I was shocked. I'm like, wow, I did an honor roll. And I'm still kind of the quiet kid, really, really reserved. But then, like, a lot of older people that I knew, like my cousin's best friend used to go there, and he was kind of crazy. And everybody knew him for being crazy. So I was like, okay, I have somebody that has my back if they bully me. And I tried to be like this quiet kid all along. And I skated through high school the same kind of like quiet, reserved kid. For some odd reason, when I became a senior, I became really popular out of nowhere. Because I've never been a popular kid. I've always been a quiet kid. But even when I was a quiet kid, I was still doing bad stuff. Because I used to see the drug dealers outside and think it was normal. So, what do you think my brain used to want to do? Exactly. So, guess what I started doing? Little by little. My mom has no idea about none of this stuff. She probably kicked me in my butt right now. She would probably kick me in my butt. Now, the reason my mom has no idea of this stuff is not because I'm ashamed to tell her. The reason my mom has no idea of these things is because the devil is a liar. And the devil would make her think automatically, what did I do wrong? But all she did was work hard. All my dad did was try to be there for us as a family. My parents are still together after almost 50 years, right?
Amen.
And that's not a common thing nowadays, right? So what happened is that I saw these people and I just became, you know what, in love with wanting to be a tough guy. I'm tired of being bullied. As I got older and older and older, I just started losing the quietness to myself. The kid that was really peaceful and quiet, I started losing myself. I started having this confidence about myself, this arrogance about myself. I remember my first semester in college, literally the first day of college, I had all these girls paying attention to me when no girl was paying attention to me before. And I was like, oh, I'm the man. I'm the man. What, you want to talk to me? Nah. Literally. I'm like curbing them, right? I'm curbing these girls. And then later on, when my fresh, brand new clothes, you know, you get a brand new back to school clothes. After like a week and a half where you don't have brand new clothes, and you're wearing the same thing over again, the whole girls liking you, and now you're acting like an idiot, no one spoke to me, right? But I ended up eventually dropping out of college. And when I dropped out of college, I ended up wanting to do something with my life. Because my parents were on the top of my back. You have to go to school, you have to be somebody, you want to be a loser. So I ended up working for 911. But all along, I still associated with these people that were doing the bad things. And after a while, I became really prideful at the fact that I said, you know what, my friend went to jail. I know a murderer. That murderer is my friend. And I used to tell people, oh, it's better to be friends with the crazy guy than be his enemy. At least the crazy guy's not going to try to hurt you. Let him hurt somebody else. It won't be me. Right? So, all along, I was just wanting to fit in. The entire time, I just wanted to fit in. But I started to lose myself. I really, really did. The person that I used to be when I was 5, 7, 12, 14, 16, little by little started getting chipped away. Little by little. The world was like deceiving me. And I kept seeing things on TV and hearing the way these guys spoke. And I'm like, you know what? This is how it's supposed to be. But it really isn't. It really isn't. For example, how many of you guys are used to seeing ratchet people? Show of hands. Ratchet people. Right? They're full of, who said that? School's full of ratchet people. But it's not supposed to be full of ratchet people. Look at your age. Now, what it is that people are just trying to fit in. That's what it is. They want to deem themselves that they're more important. They don't want to seem like the person that is being neglected or a weirdo. But guess what? When you're like super, super kind and super nice, all of a sudden you are the weirdo. You know? Oh, there's something wrong with that person. But that's how you're supposed to be, because that's how you were when you were young. Right? That's naturally who you are. So, eventually, I dropped out of college. I went into some training. I ended up having a job working at 911, an ambulance. So when you call 911, like it's me that used to go pick you up. But the crazy thing, I used to show up to my ambulance on Wednesday nights when I used to work overnight and go park up on the top of Elm Street and hang out with the drug dealers. And the ambulance. And I'd take the big speaker, I didn't care who was sleeping, and I'd take the big speaker, put it up on, the megaphone, and the ambulance, like, get out the way, ambulance coming, right? I put it next to the speaker and put High 97 on, right? And whatever was playing on the radio, the entire neighborhood heard it. And then I had all the drug dealers coming up to my ambulance, like, oh, we got the ambulance here, right? It was like the weirdest thing ever. But to me, it was normal, because I was like a ratchet ambulance guy, right? I am. Eventually, I ended up meeting this woman, and she was my partner. And when I met this woman that was my partner, she was actually getting out of a marriage. And I ended up loving her, and she ended up loving me. It's not hard. You say hard, so you get a story. What ended up happening is that, all along, while she was getting out of this marriage, she still lived with the guy. She lived with him. And then eventually, guess who got pregnant? And it wasn't from her husband. It was from me. Yeah, what do you think I got? Yeah, told me that. Oh, I was gonna turn into something else. So all along, during my entire high school years, I used to go to a youth group during high school. But as I went to this youth group during high school, I remember one time they showed me this abortion video, and it was the most craziest, nastiest thing I ever saw in my life. It was literally like the procedure that they do. And I said to myself, I'm never in my life gonna go through that. That's the craziest thing ever. You know, like killing a baby, that's so crazy. Until that situation happened. And then I was like, at first I was real happy, oh, I'm gonna have a kid, that's so great. Then 1 month, 2 months, 3 months passed. She's like, what are we going to do? Because he finds out I'm pregnant with a kid that's not his, and I still live there because I can't move in with you right now. I don't know if he's gonna kill me or not. Literally, she meant it. So what do you think happened? She got the abortion. And for years and years and years, I hid it. I didn't tell anybody. And whenever we brought up, oh, we broke up. And then what ended up happening is I tell people, yeah, we're going to have a kid, but she had a miscarriage, because I was so ashamed of saying that I went through that. Let's fast forward a little bit. Now, I'm like trying to pursue my dreams, and my dreams had everything to do with what the drug dealers used to do, like listening to music and being around certain people. So I'm like hanging out with like famous people that the drug dealers used to look up to. So I'm hanging out with famous people, and I'm like, all right, I get to chill with these famous people. And I'm looking like myself like I'm the man. So all the bad dudes that I used to associate with, they always used to look at me like, oh, just, yo, what's up, bro? Yo, can you get me into this concert? Can you do this? Can you do that? I said, yeah, just show up. And I thought I was like really, really important for a while. Again, that's very far different and far removed from the young kid that I used to be. Right? God had a hold of me when I was young. God had a hold of me. But I kept running from him. The entire time I just kept running from God. I remember my mom used to tell me, come to church, come to church, come to church. Right? Nah, I don't want to know about that anymore. I'm too old to go to church. Church is nothing. That's a fantasy. Like, he's the make-believe guy. Like, Jesus is make-believe. And I just didn't care. You know? It's funny because I said I have like 2 family members here. I didn't know they were going to be here. And they both know my mom. And my mom is just like their grandma, like super duper religious. You know? Like over the top of it. It's like, hey. Well, that's a good thing. Right? It's a really great thing. And I remember I used to get home 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. And my mom laying on the couch, awake, like dying to sleep with a rosary in her hand. And I used to just do the most craziest things outside, which I'm not going to get into. I used to do the most craziest, dumb things outside. So many things that happened that I could have lost my life. Or I could have taken somebody's life. Eventually, I said to myself, I need to getting older, I need to settle down. You know, I need to find the right girl after so many broken relationships. And I used to hurt so many girls. And I was brokenhearted myself because of that past relationship with the abortion. So I used to hurt so many girls. And for me, a female was just like, hey, she's beautiful, she's pretty, but I could take advantage of her. I literally, like, my entire week was planned around, like, who's sleeping over this weekend? So I used to say to myself, I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm sleeping with somebody on each day. Right? And that's how it was. And eventually I knew I had to settle down. I just felt that, like, I'm getting too old. I ended up meeting the person who was going to become my wife. And I said, I need to, like, chill out a little bit. And eventually, I ended up marrying this woman. But I'm still have now all these bad habits from all these years that I've been broken. I had all of these bad habits. And when I had these bad habits, she accepted me for who I was. She didn't see them until, like, eventually when she came here to, like, New York, and she's from the Dominican Republic, when she came here to New York, she's like, this guy's kind of ghetto. He has a lot of ghetto friends. And if anyone knows my wife, she's the most humble, sweet person. Right? She's really, really quiet. It's like the total opposite of me. We're opposite in every way. I'm tall, fat, and white. She's short, skinny, and brown. She's broccoli, I hate it. Like, opposite of everything. every way. But God knew that's exactly what I needed in my life. And what ended up happening is that I had a friend that was dying of cancer, right? So let me rewind that. I had a cousin that died, that you guys were actually related to. You just didn't get to know him well. His name was Kenny, and he got stabbed to death at a party, right? So when he died, I ended up meeting this priest. This priest's name was Father Joseph. And Father Joseph, I'm like, who is this guy? This is the weirdest priest I've met in my life. Because we're in a funeral, and most people just cry in a funeral, and they feel all sad. He's making people laugh. And I'm like, what priest makes people laugh at a funeral? This is so weird, right? But at the end of the funeral, I walked up to him and said, hey, listen, you know, my name is this. He's like, hi, I'm Father Joseph. Eventually, a year later, my friend gets diagnosed with cancer. One of the friends that I had growing up, really close friend of mine. And for some reason, it was just put in my heart, call Father Joseph. And I kept calling Father Joseph like crazy. You guys know Darwin?
Yeah.
Darwin was working inside the church rectory, right? In the little church office. He was working back there. So I'd call all the time. It's like, yo, my boy's dying, my boy's dying. And I'd call all the time. Darwin had a name for me. I didn't even know this so much later on. He used to call me Peter, right? Peter, P-I-T-A. Pain in the, don't say the last word. Right? So I would go there. I'd go there and call. Listen, I need to speak to him. Eventually, Father Joseph did call me back. But the day he called me back, I told my wife, if this dude calls me today, I'm going to offer him $10,000 to show up. If he shows up, I'm going to punch him in his face. And I meant it, because I said, he probably just wants money. Because that's my mentality. The church, all they want is money. So I'm going to go over there, I'm going to punch him in his face. So I went from bullying, from getting bullied, from feeling sad, from feeling alone, to wanting to fit in, from wanting to fill in this emptiness in my heart, right? With other people and with friends and wanting to be accepted. And now all of a sudden, I'm saying I'm going to punch a priest in the face, right? So what ended up happening is that he showed up. And he's like, I don't want the money. And I was like, good, because I'm about to punch you in the face. So what occurred is that I ended up hanging out with him, and he was with my friend. My friend was dying of cancer. And he was with him for 5.5 hours. And after that, Father Joseph tells me, listen, you're married to her, but not through the church. I'll make you a deal. That's a 2-for-1 sale. Everybody from the hood likes 2-for-1 there. 2-for-1 things, right? Everybody likes buy one, get one free. So I will baptize your kid, because my wife was pregnant at the time. I'll baptize your kid and marry you on the same day. How you like that? Right? Yeah, that's what I thought. I said, yo, what do I have to pay? He's like, nothing. I was like, that sounds good. And then my wife was like, let's do it. She was so anxious to want to do it, because she just wanted to get married in the church all along. Right? And to me, I told her, this was literally my answer. I'll marry you in a cardboard box if I have to. I don't care. All right, let's do it. All right, just to make her happy. He's like, all right, let's do it. Literally in a cardboard box. My friend ended up dying. Right? All along he ended up dying. God was working through me, and I didn't even see that he was working through me. I was so blinded, I had no idea. Then one day, Father Joseph said, listen, I want you to do me a favor, go on a retreat. And I said, fine, I'll go on a retreat. And I had no idea what I was stepping into. I just knew, I'm going to waste my entire weekend in a retreat, and it's going to suck. That's my mentality. So I ended up going to this retreat. I show up, and it's actually around here. It's not this house, but it was around here. And I show up, and Darwin was there at the retreat. When I get there, it's funny. It was me, this dude named Juan that I had just met, who's George's brother, and Father Joseph in one room. Then there was 15 other guys in the other room because they were all scared of me.
Why?
Why? Because they thought I was just too ghetto. I don't know. But they were all scared of me. I was a new guy that no one ever saw before, and all of a sudden I'm really, really ghetto, dressed like a drug dealer. So, long story short, what ended up happening is that I go to this retreat, and it's a silent retreat. No one's talking. I'm like, why are you going to send me to a place where no one talks? It's like, I would have told you where I came. So I go there, and I started writing everything down that was happening to me. I had no idea. Tell me, I want you to go to another one next month. It's a JCC retreat. You guys are here at JCC, right?
Yeah.
So he sends me here to this house as a server. And I'm like, server? I know how to serve cereal. And I hated teenagers. I really did. I hated teenagers, but all of a sudden now I'm serving teenagers. And I'm like, I don't know what he expects me to do. But here in this house, God worked through me. And I have no clue. And 5 years ago, this is only 5 years ago, downstairs, where Santissimo is right now, I remember sitting there by the end of the weekend, and I literally looked across to the person that was in front of me, and I said to God, that's it. I give up fighting. I can't do this anymore. I literally said, I surrender. I'm done. I surrender to you. And I couldn't deal with it. All of a sudden, I go home, and my mom was waiting for me, my wife was waiting for me, I was like, you went to the retreat! Yay! And I was like, yeah. I didn't know what happened to me. I'm on Google the entire time, trying to figure out, like, what was this encounter, this entire thing with Jesus? Because I said yes. I opened up my heart here, and I said, please, like, just let me experience you. I want to know what it is that people come back to and so happy. And he gave it to me. He gave it to me. Soon after that, I ended up getting told, hey, I want you to teach CCD. I'm like, me teach? What are you talking about? I don't know anything. I barely know how to pray. But then all of a sudden, literally, here's a book, boom, go teach. This is crazy. But then I started teaching. And then from teaching, I get asked to be part of a ministry, right? Which is this hat that I'm wearing, called Messages of Christ. Because Father Joseph took a chance on me. I didn't feel I was worthy enough to hang around these people. But they opened up their hearts and they took a chance with me. All along, this is God working to try to get closer to me. To try to say, listen, I don't care. I'm going to pull you in. He knew that deep in my heart, I was seeking him. I just didn't understand what was occurring. Time progresses, and I move forward. And what ended up happening is that I started serving the church, and the more and more I served, the closer I got. And the closer I got, for some reason, people started opening up to me. But then I also felt bad because I lost all my friends. I lost all my family members because they didn't understand what it was. And they also knew all the bad things I had done to them in the past. Because sin leaves a scar. You know when you have a scar that, you see that something was there that hurt you in the past. It doesn't hurt anymore, but you don't forget it. You don't forget what hurt you. I was the scar to many people. So what happened is that it took a long time for people to adjust to know me. But they eventually adjusted. And little by little, more people started gravitating to me. And it wasn't me, because I thank God, and I know that the fact that it's God, that people started seeing Jesus Christ in my behavior. And I may have not been the most popular person in church, or with my friends, or whatever. But some people just saw that. And all I did was just keep wanting to find and keep wanting to learn more and more and more. Eventually, I went back to college after I dropped out. And I said, you know what, God? Just give me a job that I could just serve you and provide for my family. Because I just want to get closer to you. I went back to college and I felt I was going to be a failure. I ended up graduating high honors in college. I went and tried to apply for a job. After all this stuff, and now this is why I'm wearing this hoodie. Because this hoodie means I am a theology teacher, meaning I teach religious education. I got a job serving God. He answered my prayer. Answered my prayer 5 years ago here in this house where I started from zero. All I said, please just come into my heart. I give it up to you. And it's been a crazy road the entire time. And this entire journey, God has been leading me to this moment here with you right now. This is the first time I ever give a talk in this house. And the crazy thing is that I feel so blessed right now to be here ministering with you, ministering with these people that are here. Because some of these people I ministered with, I ministered to. Like Ilmani's Georgia. I remember when Georgia was like 12. Joseph back there. I remember I was a pain in the butt to Cindy. Wherever Cindy is, I was a pain in the butt to her. And it's crazy because the rector, the guy that's leading the retreat, the male priest right there, He's my godson. And he became my godson because I said yes to God. I said yes to him, and now I'm here serving with him. And back there, I hugged him, and I said, you know what, Chris? I'm so proud of you, your yes. I'm so proud of you said yes. You make me almost want to cry. I almost want to cry right now because of it. I'm not lying. My goddaughter sitting back there that I met, and she said yes to me. And I'm like, who am I? Because I am no one. And this is the thing. God made me someone in his eyes. In the eyes of God, I know I'm someone. Because guess what? The world is going to try to lie to you. It's going to try to take you away from God. Because I'm going to ask you a crazy question, right? Which one of you guys would order pizza and the guy comes with the pizza in his hand without the box? Who would eat it? Who would eat the pizza in his hand? Who wouldn't eat it? The guy that's the pizza you ordered in his hand. Who would not eat the pizza?
I'm not eating it.
If you guys would eat pizza from a guy's hand, you got a problem. I don't know where your hand's been. But the thing is this. How much do you think that box cost to make? Right?
10 cents.
$12.
10 cents, like 5, 10 cents.
No, it's about, let's just give it like 39 cents, 40 cents for this box, right? But the box pretty much has no value. The box has no value, right? Because if you see it, you just throw it away once you're done. To the world, we are the box. We have no value to the world. Because they lie to us and try to tell you that you're not nothing. But guess what? Once you put that pizza inside of it, it has a lot of value, right? It keeps your pizza warm. It keeps your pizza clean, right? It keeps your pizza delicious.
Edible.
Right?
Keeps it edible.
But guess what? This is the thing. We are all the boxes. All of us are the pizza boxes. The world tells us we're nothing. We have little value. But the second that we let Jesus in our heart, Jesus is the pizza. Pizza swarm. Nourishes us. Right? He is what gives us the value. What is inside of the 39 cents box is what gives you the value. And the world's going to try to distract you. They're going to try to tell you, don't go here, don't go there, you're not worth it. It's up to you to say yes. And I challenge you, all of you, right now, this weekend, to say yes to him. Yes to him. I can't teach you faith. No one here can teach you faith. It has to come from you. But all these people that are here, all of them, they're here giving up their weekend because you're worth it, because they see what God is in your life. They don't see 39 cents. They see something invaluable in all of you. Each and every one of you. Whether someone says you're not, guess what? You are. You are. And I came up here with somebody else. I'm not going to shout them out. But I know that person's valuable too. And that's why I brought the person up here. But all of you are valuable. And they all know it. And they all see it.